Yes. How we doing, everybody? Welcome back to the I Want to Meet LeBron James podcast, baby. I'm back. The NBA's back. Finally. Come on. Let's go, baby. Watched the games last night. I'm about to tell you all about it. Lost 80 quid. Already down. Already budget for the first week of bets. It's gone. But yeah, it's back. It's me, myself, and I. Me, myself, and Irene. Great movie. I'm in Anne's name. Shout out to her. She's stuck with me. If I've got no guest this week. If you don't like it, fucking turn it off now. Or if you do like it, then fucking keep listening and watching. It's gonna be sick. I don't even know what it is. Episode 79. I haven't done one for 2 weeks. I apologise about that. My granddad died. My granddad Tommy, so fucking legend. Rest in peace to him, another fucking fallen legend. I'll pour something out for the dead homies. Got a bit of what I got here. Bit of tropical blast. Pour it out. Or maybe do you put it out in your mouth? Or maybe I think you put it out on the floor. Maybe I'm gonna have to put it out on this little thing here like this, and then I'll pour that into there. Then I'll pour a little bit on the floor. That's too much. A little bit on the floor there, and then wipe it out. Get the floor sticky, nice. My uncle's carpenter, he gives a shit. So, R.I.P. to my granddad. You'll never walk alone in heaven now, lad. Honestly, I'm gonna miss you. We knew it was coming, but I mean, it still sucks. You know what I mean? Like, and then at that point, we were like, sounds terrible, but like, we kind of want him to pass because I mean, he's just suffering with cancer. Like, he couldn't even really talk at the end. Like, he could still listen apparently. So you know me, I'm still. I'm talking all sorts of stuff to him, you know what I mean? Because this is Thursday now, so it was last Friday morning, pretty much a week and stuff like that. But my nan's down there, but it's messaging me. I appreciate all the messages and all that, you know what I mean? It's funny fucking posting stuff like that because you get all these messages and you're like, fucking now I gotta go fucking admin again. It's like when it's your birthday, I just click like them all. But this one, like, you feel like you have to hit the heart emoji at the very least because it's saying, sorry for your loss. It's like, he never knew you. What if he did? He didn't like you. and then he was saying, that he didn't want to do it in the bowls club. He wanted another club because it's not going to be big enough. I don't know what it turned out he's expecting. He's been moaning at people, miserable bastard, for the last whole life. His last 10 years, his whole life. What do you mean? Said so once, I was like, you know, if you got depression, he was like, I've been depressed for 50 years, lad. Have you met your nan? So here we go. But rest in peace, Grandad. I love you, lad. And I was meant to, before he died, I wanted to get him to watch The Last Dance, but he refused to. He loves football, obviously, you know what I mean? That's where I get my love for the game from and all that sort of stuff. Stressful win the other night with 3-2 for us over Atletico, and Suarez didn't even came off the bench. When he came on, I was shitting myself. I'm like, he's going to fucking score here, I'll do something. But the last game I actually watched with my granddad, the last game we won, was Porto. We won 5-1, which group stages, not really that much of a nothing game, but I mean now that's one of the most important games in the world to me now, just because last game watched it with my granddad and then got the win. I think came close to win the bet as well, and that was back when my granddad could still he was still walking helping him to the toilet, you know what I mean, there and there, but I mean he was still he wasn't just bedridden, he was on the couch and all that and sitting at the table for dinner, so it was sick. So that game, but yeah, would not watch The Last Dance. Basketball, don't fucking like it, lad, don't care for it. Gay sport or whatever you probably call it. But I'm like, it's not about that, Grandad, it's just fucking, it's epic, you know what I mean? It's like an epic sports documentary and shit like that, but nah, he didn't want to put my cousin Thomas, friend of the pod, guest, back in the day, he wants to watch it as well, so I was like, fuck, I'll show you the ropes. But yeah, fucking rest in peace, Grandad. Sorry to keep mentioning it, but it's weird. Even last night I was doing a gig and that, and I brought it up, and I was like, my nan's crying, and she's being a bit of a pussy about it. I was like, you've only been together for 60 years, come on, let's get back on Tinder, let's get it back out there. But I'm going to be doing a speech at the funeral as well, so I told the vicar to light me at 8. Get a light from the priest. I was like, you give me the light or you wave the Holy Ghost? What's going on here, lad? I can't follow. So that's going to be a nice little ceremony, nice little send-off. Me and my uncles do a speech and stuff like that. And they're like, you can't swear. I'm like, I know what I'm doing. I'm in a bloody I'm in a church or whatever, I know what I'm doing, you know what I mean? I'm crushing the Vatican anyway. But I kind of call the pedo jokes to love it. I've got what's one I want to talk about with Nan. Man actually lose weight now, she has to cook for herself. Thank God it's not her, because I'll probably throw me back out carrying that coffin. It's going to be a few in there, I'm going to be like, Grandad didn't want to get... what was it? Chris Shane helped me out with this one the other day. He said, the Asian doctor asked me, Grandad, do you want chemo? And he said, no, chemo sabi. Laughter is the best way. As you know, from this part, I'm not going to get in touch with my emotions. So, what was the ones we had? My granddad didn't do chemo. He was determined for me to be to go bald before him, or something. Determined for me to be the last person in the family to go bald. A piece of shit. But yeah, that happened, and then NBA is back. So that was fucking a sad week, back to build the bricks to happiness again, I guess. Replacing Grandad with a Lamelo Ball 31-point game. As you can see, I'm wearing the repping the Atlanta Hawks Lamelo Ball style, baby. The Ball brothers. Because he had a big game. I watched it last night. 31 points. Epic. And we watched it right down to the end. I was with this girls in Manchester, mates, not in blazing in bed, and I had the Hornets jersey on. I gave her a little Space Jam jersey and that, and sick game right down right to the wire. Like, Gordon Hayward is back and he's a bucket. Quite frankly, he was doing some clutch shit last night. Lamelo got him there, but I mean, like, give it to Hayward if you just want to. If it's ISO ball, and Sabonis had a chance to tie to win with the buzzer beater, but nah, he went about it. So that was fucking sick. But the other night, I was meant to because it's Thursday and that was the NBA tipped off on Tuesday in America, like whatever that was, the 19th or something. So I was like, oh, it's the 20th here, but I thought it was the 20th like overnight. So last night I was meant to do that gig and then come back at be back at 11 or something, and then like Tom's gonna come around with his mates and all that, and I was like watching the Liverpool game on Tuesday night, and I was like, I'll just check, let me just check, see what other games are on, like the day after or whatever. Obviously I knew it was Brooklyn there. I knew it was Nets, Bucks, and Lakers, Warriors, obviously, you know what I mean. But I was like, let me check. And then I was looking, I was like, half 12. I was like, to our Ellie, I was like, well, what's the, would that mean that's tomorrow or what? She was like, yeah, that's tonight. And I'm like, so the game's on in like an hour. She's like, yeah. So I'm like, what the fuck? And then they said to me, mate, Danny McLaughlin, another comedian who was on Comedy Vault last night, fucking smashed it. They put they done like 2 acts, and then they had the headliner in the middle. I try not to do the breaking new ground here, quite frankly. They still got the 2 breaks, but they got the headliner in the middle, and then afterwards they do like 4 people doing like 5-minute like quick rounds, you know what I mean? Because you don't really need the attention span, because that's the biggest problem, I guess, is you paying this headliner all the money, and sometimes they're not a draw, you know what I mean? Most headliners aren't. They're just like, people just come because it's going to be a good act, you know what I mean? Like obviously it's got the stars on the posters, maybe as seen on a BBC credit or whatever it might be, or they got a podcast nowadays, that's how they're pulling people, I guess. But and so you went in, you know, whenever you want to burn the headliner, you never want to the show goes too long or whatever, or they're too tired or something, because you've paid him, he's the one you've paid out of everybody, paid the most or only paid, you know what I mean? So you never want to burn the headliner that way, so they put it in the middle now. So like the crowd still should be right, you know what I mean? If you got a good MC in the first 2 acts done well, like last night was Phil Sutton and Ben Silver, they were sound, you know what I mean? Not exactly household names, but good comics. And then they went in the middle, he done 25 in the middle as well. Took my request as well, Uncle Rasputin, I love that joke. At the end of the set, he's like, "Can't do have to do it?" I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Yeah, you do." Just making them do overtime. Yeah, you can give these guys a joke on the house, all right? And this is then in the middle, and then 4 acts afterwards. So I guess you don't really, like, one person has to keep their attention. If it's 4, you can get tune in and out of the crowd. Some people did leave because I guess they were confused, but then the people that stayed like loved the rest of it. And Michael Marion, I guess technically headlined with the 5 minutes or whatever. But that fucking lucky bastard, when Danny went on stage, they were down 2-0, Man U, and then when he comes back off stage like 25 minutes later or whatever, they were up 3-2. You're like, fucking bastard. He's a Man U fan as well, so a piece of shit. He does a podcast called the Damn Daniel Podcast, if you want to fucking check that out. If you like less funny and less basketball podcast, then go for that. That he say, also I was on the Mild High Club, but he posted some sick videos from that I was on. One that was unfortunate time, it came out the day before my Grandad died, I think, or that Thursday, and he died like early Friday morning, where it was like, she asked me on it, like, they read your tarot cards at the end or whatever, and they were like, oh, it looks like you're getting some money, you're coming into some money. I'm like, well, my Grandad is dying, so I'm getting a caravan in Preston, baby! And then, like, obviously, joking about that, and then he died, and I was like, I can't share this one today. It's too soon. I'm sorry. I can't do it, yeah. I didn't want to do the social media post, but then all my family did, and then I was like, well, I guess my mates probably don't know and like to know, so then I just done you never walk alone now in heaven, lad. Nice little photos from me back in the day. You can, we'll look at it, give it a like anyway. I have respect for Tommy Fowler, but just to see my different hair, like one of them is perfectly round, like absolutely perfect. Like I don't even know how I fucking did it. It was absolutely perfect, and then some of them were like short and missed, and it's like super long and shit. Like it's madness. I got the headband on now because I'm gonna go play for my team in De La Salle, Croxteth tonight, so I'm going to record this and then get out there and check it some hoops. I'm playing in about 2 weeks because I'm going to play last Thursday and Friday, obviously Grandad and all that sort of stuff. So didn't go ball his life, but I mean, my grand was dying, so you gotta make the decision. So I went with me Grandad's death over ball his life. I apologise to the bucket getters, the fans of this show. But I'm out there tonight and then I'm playing tomorrow in Greenbank, so I'm sound that. And then I'm going to go for a nice little shisha on Saturday with Jay Gargan. And then Man U game on Sunday. It's going to be sick. Playing basketball with Alan Burgess on Friday. There's your shout out, lad. You're fucking welcome. He's probably... He'll turn it off now. He's at it. That's all my mates. They literally just listen for the shout out. That's enough. But Alan, you fucking goddamn big body. The man's probably in worse shape than Zion Williams right now. I'll tell you that for free. Him and Alan are both dancing that £300 line, but Alan doesn't live in Louisiana. He just lives in Liverpool, but by a KFC, by the looks of him. All my shout-outs come with the roast, Alan, so fuck you. But I'll see you tomorrow night at basketball. We'll get it done again. Cooking some old men, literally some old men. Like I thought I had an old man game with strap my knees and that. They've just got old man. Well, there's old man, but they sound. But let's go. Fucking, I'm ranting on now. Let's get down to the brass tacks. NBA is back. Lakers lost. Okay, I'm not even gonna go into that because it's too bad. Anyway, because I thought I had the wrong date, so I stayed up and watched it. I had a couple of Budweiser and that, got bevied and all that. It was sound on my own. Ellie was asleep and Paul and all that, so I had to keep it down. But I was so starting concentrating. I was just loving it being back. Like I had it on the TV and then it was like sick. Put a couple of cheeky bets on. I had Westbrook for a triple double. What a fucking idiot I was. Even though pre-season he was shit, I was like, maybe he'll just turn it on as all the greats do. But missed the triple double, missed the fucking turnover. He was. LeBron himself a game, 34 points, maybe 11 rebounds, same as AD, 33 and 12 or something. You're like, he came to fucking play, boys, but nobody else did. Started it off the game with a nice little fucking half-court alley to DeAndre Jordan. That's how we like to play the game. It was always 2 years ago when we won the championship. It was always like easy money was like a AD or McGee first bucket because they'd always try and lob McGee a first bucket straight away, you know what I mean, just before the defense was set and all that. But yeah, so the Bucks beat the Nets. Giannis just looking absolutely unstoppable. Like literally, it's a fucking Greek freak. Like just absolutely. I'll fucking in editing. I'll make these bigger, but but he's fucking yoked, yo. he was dominating. I don't know what's going on with Kyrie and that. Like, he's not come back. They should pull that trigger. Simmons for Kyrie, just pull the trigger. If Simmons ain't gonna play and Kyrie ain't gonna play, then at least they'll fucking play for each other team. You know what I mean? Pull that trigger. Then we have Lakers here with about 3:30. I'm smoking weed in the garage now because my uncle doesn't like the. He said he can smell it a lot or something. So we're smoking and they call it the Chill Factor. Named after the ski slope in Manchester by the Trafford Centre. The Chill Factor, the Chill Factory, whatever you want. I got two nice little setup actually. Got two like picnic camping chairs in there. Little fucking drink holder and shit like that. And then I keep the weed in a little fucking Tupperware up there in the racks at the top like that. So even if you're in there, even there's a cop up there, he wouldn't even know. The weeds above him, oh, you know what I mean? I like to think with my uncles in there, it's like, it's right above you, lad, you don't even fucking know. So I was in there, going in between them, half times and all that and shit like that, and LeBron just like, LeBron, lad, how the fuck are you? Sorry we didn't get to meet this off-season, both being pretty busy. We'll do it next season, or even better, we'll do it at a game, lad. Alright, I'll come to a game, and we'll chat afterwards, that'll be sick, because it's taking the piss now. Quite frankly, I've been doing it. I think this is episode 79, maybe, I think, or 80. I'll check what's going on there. Where the fuck? I'm taking the piss, lad. I've done almost 80 episodes. You don't want to meet me. What's going on? It's like you're not even listening to this podcast. I don't get it. You motherfucker. Now we all got shit going on. You're absolutely right. Saw Adele and Rich Paul sitting courtside. Love that. That's a fucking power couple and a half right there. He's totally forgot about Ben Simmons because he's too busy bagging Adele, but hey, what are you gonna do? Can you hear me? I'm California dreaming at the courtside of the Lake Show. Rich Paul used to be called Skid Dave. The callback to Jace Beatty's episode. But yeah, what else was it? Talking about? The NBA is back. Westbrook, he'll come good eventually, I assume. What else? Tyson Fury fight, that was a fucking sick fight, probably the best fight I've ever seen, like live, I've seen highlights of other old fights, but I didn't watch it live, so that was the best fight I'd seen live. Fury, the Egyptian king, baby, fucking come on. Because he bought this chain, I say he bought this chain because people are like, I'm like, nah, Tyson Fury and Wilder 2, I won money and I got this chain. I only won 45 quid this time, so I get some dolly beads bracelets or whatever. Remember them dolly beads? Used to fucking. If anyone's not from fucking Liverpool or England, they might be called fucking something else or whatever. Candy chains or something stupid like that in America, but they bite them, put them like that with elastic, fire the shit out of them. It was sick. You get hit like that. What the fuck, motherfucker. And then in this hair, like I'd fucking go home, be like fucking Willy Wonka's fucking candy factory all coming out of here, you know what I mean? Absolute bullshit. But yeah, Dolly Beads was sick. I had a gig in Leeds that night in Leeds Comedy Club in this venue called The Prism. It was a nightclub, so you shouldn't have fucking comedy out there. Like, you went out there and it was still a sound show, and that Scott Bennett was on. It was decent. But you went out there and it was chandelier and they were all mirrors, so you're just kind of watching yourself. I was watching myself bomb, pretty much. But I met this guy. It was the night of Tyson Fury, so that was on at like, I stayed up till like 5 a.m. to watch that. This was the gig the night before, and met this guy in the crowd. His name was shout out to him, Jay Springer. What's his name? Showtime Springer. He's a boxer. I'll do mine in that. Fucking if I don't find him, I'll have a look on him. But James Showtime Springer. That was it. Or Jay was that? It was something like the Jerry Springer Show. It was something like that. Could he call it the Jay Springer Show? His Instagram. I think it was Jay Showtime Springer was his name. So I was talking to him. He was a big fucking lad. I posted a photo about him. He looked like the rich man's Anthony Joshua. And it was a unit, so I was just talking to him for the first 20 minutes. Let's see, like, what's your record? You reckon we could fight? I should introduce this like fucking Bruce Buffer. I was holding up the microphone like that, like I'm doing boxing intros, but he was a big black lad. And I was like, well, that just looks like I'm sucking your dick now, so I'm not gonna do that. But yeah, and he's telling, I think he was 7-3 or something, and he lost to 2 Scouse lads. But look out for him. I'm calling it now. He's gonna be the next big thing. And he told me that it was gonna go to points or whatever, because I had 6 and 7. I thought he was going to go down. And to be honest, he could have went fucking... After round 3, Wilder could have went down any round. Fury could have went down because Fury was outboxing him. That's a given, you know what I mean? But they both went down. Fury went down twice. Wilder went down 3, including the last one with the knockout, you know what I mean? But it was like... He was like, it's fucking old for Wilder. And then... But then you were like, fuck, if that right hand connects to Fury, you know what I mean? Then it's like, it just took one hit to be like, shit, it's back on again, you know what I mean? It could go either way. But before that, we fucking saw me and Sam Serrano, another Scouse comedian, he was on him, we got in the bus back. We saw pirates in Subway. So we were walking the Subway in fucking Leeds. Well, first we went to another Subway, and they were like, as soon as we get in there, the lad's like, lads, they don't have any bread. I'm like, what? And I'm like, they don't have any bread. And I'm like, why is he pissed off? And then it took me a minute. I'm like, well then what are they serving on then? I'm pissed off at him as well, but he was there just to tell the old people, trying to get their man to the angry as him. They're like, there's no fucking bread. I'm like, what the fuck? So we go in there, and so then we're like, well, fuck this, I'm not having a wrap or whatever. I've never go off menu. I've never fuck this. You know what I mean? It's an ordeal now. What do you mean? I know what I'm doing, and I want to look you in the face. I'm like, give me a fucking foot long meatball marinara. Run that some bitch through the garden, toasted obviously with cheese. The little, I call it mozzarella, but it's just different. So it's just grated cheese, really. And then fucking salt and pepper and chipotle, baby. Let's go. And then I'm loving being back with the sweet corn in the UK. They have sweet corn. That's what I missed in fucking Australia and shit like that. Is the sweet corn is back. That's sick. And then so we go into the other one. I'm gonna fucking line at the door as well because they got bread. You know what I mean? And fucking whatever it was, 11 o'clock or something, or maybe like 10:30. Our bus was like 11:30. We were just killing time. And we go in there. We're standing there, and it's like, Sam's like, look behind you. I'm like, what? I turn around. 3 of them, 3 pirates eating the Subway. I'm talking like, not like, oh, they're a shitty fucking eye patch or whatever. Like proper pirates, like Johnny Depp, like fucking, like the dreadlocks, like fucking, like they look like actors or extras for Pirates of the Caribbean. You know what I mean? Like, if you looked at this bitch's license, it said the Black Pearl, for sure. Like, I was like, what the fuck? Like, literally, the woman and 2 men, like, proper, like, earrings and all that sort of stuff. Like, or legs, no parrots or nothing like that. But like proper Pirates of the Caribbean shit's double taken. Like, what the fuck is going on here? Like that. You got a photo. Oh, I gotta get Sam to send me that photo, but I'm like there like that to try and take a photo of me. You know what I mean? Like, oh, hey, with a Subway, I want this photo. But taking a photo of them. Yeah, and then we were talking for a bit. I mean, look, we're like, where the fuck did they go? They just disappeared. Obviously, they just walked out or something. You know what I mean? Maybe. Who knows? Or maybe they put a hex on the place or whatever. I remember somewhere not tasting that good. But anyway. And then I was like, and there was a girl behind us. I was like, yeah, did you see those fucking parrots? Or are we just imagining this? And she was like, oh, you mean Jack Sparrow? And I was like, she walked straight into it. She said, you mean, oh, like Jack Sparrow, yeah. And I was like, well, it's Captain Jack Sparrow. So let's not, I mean, even if it's here or not, let's show the man some respect. That's it. He's been banging on about it for years. So, fucking bitch walked right into that. One last little riff in Leeds before we went, where did we go? We went for a pub then or something. Had some bevies, got 2 of them. Time trial, then rolled a fucking quick joint as well. As Sam was rushing me and shit like that, made that, got on the bus, it was fucking empty, it was sound. Got back, Liverpool, like 2 AM, got back to ours at like 3 after I got half 3 after I got an Uber or something. And then yeah, the fight was on like 5 AM, was meant to make my uncle up. I tried to, he was like, I couldn't be arsed, so I was like, you missed one of the fucking best fights of the year, lad, you fucking idiot. Best fights ever. So yeah. So what else has been going on, really? What else has been? Oh, I hosted Jokes of the Oaks roast battle for Dan Tiernan and John Dushan. He looks like a hairier, ugly Canadian version of me. So I was like, John Dushan sounds like he'd be good looking. Like, you've got a good looking man's name, you've got a handsome name, then you see him, you're like, what the fuck's going on here? It must be a fucking, not an anomaly, is it an anomaly or a abbreviation? No. Anagram, must be an anagram, that's it. Fucking, come on baby, didn't even have to Google that. Yeah, I had some good ones for him. Picture just a hairy guy, I was like, he looks like if Chewbacca was transitioning into a male. I was like, and Dan's like gay and like got dyspraxia and shit like that. So I was like, oh, Dan actually isn't gay. He's just more progressive than telling people he's a virgin. And then I was like, because he's got a fucking weird shape. And I was like, his dad was actually, his mum was actually a carny. She worked at the carnival, and his dad was one of those whack-a-moles. Explains the fucking head. So that was fucking good. We got hammered after that and shit like that. That was sick. Then next day I done Hot Water as well, Hot Water comedy. That was fucking sick as well. First gig back in Hot Water, fucking smashed that. Obviously, it's just easy that room, like, but it's just fucking sick. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, you still gotta come correct and shit like that. You know what I mean? Not gonna laugh at anything, but when they laugh, they laugh. So that's sick. I mean, Scousers love a laugh anyway. So that was good. Being back out there in the goddamn dojo, which was sick. Then me and Binty and that had a beer afterwards at the Scholar, because I'm going to try and start a comedy night there. But my friend Dean Coughlin, if you're in Liverpool or Manchester or whatever, another comedian and that, he's starting to sign up open mic, because that's what we don't have, you know what I mean? Not like we want an open mic, we got one of the best clubs in the country, Hot Water, but we just don't have an open mic, like a sign up, you know what I mean? We don't have a gig, just get on, easy sort of stuff. So that's better for the scene. That's called Dopamine Friends. Or Friends or something, Dopamine Friends. I don't know, I think it's a drug thing or something, because it's got like all like the Yellow Submarine cartoon, like rainbows and shit like that and stuff, so maybe it is, but that's a jacaranda every Monday starting next Monday, whatever that is, the 26th or something like that. If you're in Sydney, my comedy club, Wonderland Comedy, is back on the 27th. Of this month, so next Tuesday, Sam Kisduke going to be hosting it for me, but he promised he will bomb in my honour, so I appreciate that. You're gonna go down with the ship. So that's gonna be sick. We got some fucking Frenchies on this internet guy, I don't know, MySpace or something. Bebo is massive, and then Rory Lowe and shit like that. Eminem and but again, just people you don't fucking know. But I tell you what I need. I need a new bookie. All right, Ronan, you fucked me. We lost all our bets. Every single one of them. The Lakers won. The Bucks won. The second Lakers won. The second Bucks won. It's bullshit. People like Christos as well. Can't just motherfucking make me spend money, calling me out. They're not big bets, and I'm like, well, you're betting in dollars, so it's like it looks. I've just realised he's betting than so already half your bets is what my bets are. Okay. Because like 10 quid is $20 or whatever the fuck. So I need someone else to give me advice on some basketball ones, because I bet with me are. And then Mike Dixon, you're fucking me as well, Mike Dixon. We were on a roll, lad, and the last few games, nothing, not even close. I mean, I do, technically, I guess I just look at, I should just put on what he says. If I put on what he says, I'd actually win. But I'm just like, I don't like that. I'll replace it with something. If I'm with me now, I gotta throw Gianna in there, of course, so she can fucking cheer for him. You should have saw the scarf and everything I got her and stuff like that. It was sick. Got myself some nice stuff. Actually got some Liverpool tie as well for me Grandad's funeral. Now we got a scarf we'll put over there and shit. He's getting carried out, so you never walk alone, obviously. Or sort of getting carried into Simply the Best or whatever. Irony is not lost on him. I mean, I picked up like Simply the Best. What do you mean? Simply a fucking bowler, you legend. So yeah, so Mike Dixon, either step it up or let's start betting on lacrosse or something like that. You live in America now, alright? I gotta hook up for, if anyone's gonna hook up for Liverpool tickets, I need them. I've got this guy, but he's like, I don't know, he's got a Facebook page, it looks dodgy or something like that. 125 quid, which isn't the worst, but it's not the best either. Obviously, it's gonna be more expensive than retail, but I'll pay it at this point. Sorry, quick drink break. This show is sponsored by plastic bottles. What's this? Tropical Blast, zero sugar. What a fucking athlete. What a fucking athlete, lad. Zero sugar, but daddy's still got a sweet tooth. Here we go. What else? Jay Gargan said I should, mate Jay Gargan said I'd do a LeBron Twitter. I mean, not a Twitter, sorry. I don't have a Twitter, I should get on Twitter. Because that's what a lot of people would tell me when I was asking for Liverpool tickets. Like Adam Rowe was like, I just posted about it on Twitter or whatever. So I was like, I don't have one, but I don't know if you need follows or if it just goes out. I don't know how it works. Maybe I can just tag Mo Salah on in it and be like, yo, give me a ticket or whatever. I posted up there's a video on my Instagram, LeBron James comedy about from the Mile High podcast actually. When we were talking about getting a Mo Salah face tattoo, listen to that. But he wants me to do a TikTok, LeBron James TikTok, so I might do that as well. But I don't really know how I'm going to impersonate LeBron without blackface. Quite frankly, I mean, because if you look at me, like, what am I going to, I guess I put the headband on or something. Well, that Max is nice guy, does it? And then, but he's doing an impersonation bodies, so I feel like I'm not going to impersonate him. I'm just going to talk about him. I'll do like a funny LeBron James riff after each game. If you get a better idea, let me know. Cause I don't want to say it to TikTok, but if it gets me to meet LeBron, because fucking come on, LeBron doing it after triple digit episodes, really? God damn it! You the heart wants what the heart wants. You're making a heart grows fonder. I'll give you that, LeBron. You're not making it easy for me. This is sick. Some kids, 3-year-old kid in Cleveland, on crutches, probably make you like 50 times. He's only lived 5 years. He's only lived 3 years. Well, he's only got and he's only got 5 days left. But that's not the point. Okay, you might have a year left. You don't know. Advanced technology, but I'm saying, yeah, I promised school. Can I go there? Can we get mature students in there? Promise school or what? Do they all have to be black inner city kids? Or what about a 30-year-old that smokes a lot of weed and quite frankly has forgot everything he's learned in his international business degree? Okay. I remember micro and macro. Like I said on stage the other day when someone was studying international business, I was like, no, economics, I was like micro and macro. And I was like, where the fuck did that come from? I was like, did I just black out? That came out of here. Just with hesitation. It's like micro and macro. Whoa! Am I smart all of a sudden? What the fuck's going on? Sorry my voice sounds like this, I'm scouse. Nah, I've got a bad throat and I had got a blocked nose, but I had a COVID test in-house one. Like the little, how your farmer, put it in there, and it was negative and that. Thank God, because I was everywhere. I was out and about. So yeah, there'll be another one next week with a guest. I promise there will be there'll be a guest next week. I don't know who it'll be actually. Maybe Sarah Spear or Dean or whatever. Someone that was meant to be on. I had to reschedule with the whole thing as well. But thanks for being patient. I hope you're enjoying the new video once again. Lamelo Ball, back to back, rookie of the year. I don't know if it could be done, but fuck, it should be. But he has a breakout season. I reckon he's maybe all-star, to be honest. I would throw in the mix of all-star. John Morant from the West, probably an all-star as well. Zion Williams, probably diabetes. That sweet Louisiana chicken, baby. The Louisiana branches. What is it? The Big Easy. But yeah, I got some gigs coming up or whatever. I'll tell you about that. I'm trying to think of the other gigs, but I don't have any good stories. No, the Pirates and Subway, you can't get any better than that. I didn't see any goblins and Gregs. But I'll keep my fucking eye out now, so that'll be sick. But as always, thanks for tuning in, thanks for listening, thanks for watching. If you can, if you just like getting turned on, then keep watching, I guess. But I'm off to get some buckets. I got basketball in a bit. So see you later, guys, in a bit.